Okay.
Good evening. It's 7 o'clock, just coming up to it, and it's time for Strictly Teaching again. Right, she's just in the background there trying to sort things out. Strictly Teaching time with Shanna and Phil, and we're going to do the second part of our Tango vals. So on Monday, we did 2 lots of 8, our bulldozer box and the twinkles, and we're going to add to that tonight, but we will go through what we did on Monday night first and take it from there. So as ever, what I'd like to do is just go through those usual house rules for you. So if you are going to dance with us this evening, what I'd like you to do is move all the furniture back, the tables, the chairs, the sofas, move them all back out of the way so you can't injure yourself. If by any chance you're dancing on a floor that may be slippy, like a wooden floor, laminate or wooden, then do make sure that you're secure. Try not to dance on a rug or something like that that might move. And if you have any pets in the house, make sure that they are secure so neither they nor you can get injured in any way. Next thing is have a drink on the side for yourselves. Shanna has got her wine glass over there.
Nothing in it, right?
3/4 full it is. As usual, through there on the left hand side are the ladies and gents loo, which you may well need at some stage. So she's just sort of getting herself sorted out with the usual gizmos to see if your messages are coming in.
Yeah.
And if anybody goes to tell us what the weather's like. This morning it wasn't too bad here, but this afternoon here in Cheshire it rained quite heavily. It's eased now and gone off. But it's supposed to rain quite heavily again in the night, over tonight. So I think Shanna's ready to maybe tell us who's joining us.
Yeah, we've got, I think I missed the very first few, but Andrew is watching with me, it says. So I'm assuming Andrew was probably on first.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm. I've got Julian on, saying good evening again, everyone. Mm-hmm. Gaynor and Doug are with us. Good morning from Penn and Ed in Victoria.
Right,
Mike
okay.
Hilbert says, evening all. Linford and Kathy from a rainy Macclesfield.
Yes,
yeah,
expecting that one.
Yeah. Good evening from Celia in Eastbourne. Stephanie and David, hello from a wet Liversedge. Don't know if I've said that right.
Yes.
Violet Jones says hi, gives us a little wave. Wendy and Andrew, a dry day in Stonehaven.
Oh, right, okay.
Have I said that right? Yes. Hi everyone, Nosworth Dar. Who would that be?
That's going to be Medi.
Yeah.
Bangor, North Wales.
And Brenda and Michael say, good evening everyone, got a lot to catch up on from Mondays, so plenty to learn.
Right, okay.
Hiya from Pat and Neil. Lovely morning, but windy and turning colder. It's Norfolk, that is.
Right.
Caroline and Bob. Chrissy and Bernard in Eastbourne. Carol says hello.
Okay, Carol, yes.
And Anna from Bolton says
right.
hello. Yes. They're on Facebook. On YouTube, we've got Alan Butterworth from a damp Oldham. Ian Blackmore, Ian and Liz, a damp Rainhill. Bit of a theme here. Melvin and Marilyn from Horsham. But a nice day.
Oh, right.
It's a bit awful here. Not so good now. Cliff and Veronica say hello from a bit wet Burnley. A bit wet Burnley. Okay, there we go.
Right. Okay. So, do you want to walk these through separately?
Yeah.
No.
Shall we have a little go?
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to walk through Monday nights a couple of times, both the bulldozer box and the 8-cam twinkles. We'll walk it through twice, then we'll dance it to music. When you're ready, either watch us or have a go with us, and we'll give you a little bit of time to get that sorted to see if it's all honed in, and then we'll add some more.
Yeah. So if we get the thumb of approval.
Yes.
Move on. If you need a bit more work on it, practice, that's fine too.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
which way do we do it?
We'll do it this way first. You switched on, Chippy.
Does that need to be switched on?
Yes, you do.
1, 2. Okay. We'll look at it.
Yeah, it is. So we've got our 8 count bulldozer box. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oops.
6,
We did
7.
we did a regular box. I followed him though. I followed him. That wasn't right. That's a standard 8.
Yes.
A basic 8.
Once I saw your feet cross, I closed.
Oh, you followed
I had to
me.
keep with you. I followed you.
Let's do it right
Come
this
here.
time.
Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Doesn't matter if you do the basic 8.
No,
It's
not the
okay.
slightest.
It's fine if you do that. You do that quite often.
So, the second 8 was the twinkle. So, we've got a 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Once again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7.
We haven't had a practice first tonight.
You all right there?
Yeah.
Where was your head then?
It's been such a. There are so many reasons, but it's been such a long day today. Okay, let's do it. I'll try and remember what I'm doing now. We might just go off and come back and start again. There we go. Yeah, I'll think about what I'm doing now.
2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. Once more. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
Should we do it from that end?
Yes.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Let's move it so YouTube won't see. Basic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So that was section 1. Section 2 with the twinkles.
No.
I'm trying to remember what I'm doing.
1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, I'm sure you did it far better than we did here. Okay, right. Righty ho, just saying, see if anyone's come on. We're okay. Very good. Music?
Yes. Okay.
In place. Still section 1.
8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, that was section 1. Which is basic Valdosa box. Now we'll go to section 2, which were the twinkles. Okay, good. Well done, everybody. How's that gone for you at home? Are you all okay? We'll just give you a couple of seconds, and then what we'll do is have a practice
Put them both
of
together.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we'll just keep alternating for now. What the first one, then the second one. So you both know kind of the routine, if you like.
Yes.
And then, oh yeah, we've got little thumbs coming up.
Oh, good. Yes.
Okay, just double checking. Oh, hello, Paul Duffy. Okay, join in with us. If you're in your shed, the shed quarters tonight, please enjoy. Okay, let's have a go, and we'll do section 1, section 2, section 1, section 2. Okay, just a little warm up to start with. Section 1 again. Section 2. Section 1. Section 2. Keep it going. Let's go. Hey! Woo! Well done, everybody. Good. Good, good, good. Right. Very good. Well done, everybody. Fine here. Looks brilliant. I'm not sure about that, Thomas McClemens. Maybe you didn't see me before the beginning of the session. Martin Bake, first section. Fine. Well done, everybody. Good, good, good. So, shall we move on?
Why not?
We'll do section 3.
Section 3 is baccaccios.
Yeah.
So,
we'll see how long. We might do this for the whole session. We'll see how you get on.
baccaccios, leaders. Timing is just slightly different here. We're going to start off once again with our back step on the right foot, and then we're going to go into what we call a cross basic. So the back step on the right foot. Now we're going to do a side close side going at 45 degrees. Side close side. So once more, we're going to go back on the right foot. There's a 1, 2 and 3. Once more, we're going to go back on the right, and it's a 1, 2, 3. I'll do it once more this way. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. I'll do it this way. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Once more. We've got a 1, 2 and 3. Just try that. Let us know how you're getting on with that. It's just slightly different, and there's more to this, the introduction of this baccaccio than the feet, because you've also got to turn your partner as well, but we'll come to that in a minute. So there, once you've done your 1, 2 and 3, you've actually committed yourself to the first occio, the first baccaccio. So you've got your invitation, 2 and 3. There on the left foot is the first ocho going this way, going out to the left. Then we've got, it's almost like you're skating, okay? So we bring our right foot in and we're going to slide it out to 45 degrees out to the right. Then we draw our left foot in and we slide that out to 45 degrees to the left. And then we go out with the right foot at 45 degrees to the right. So the count of that is going to be 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? All right.
Yeah. Working out what my steps are going to be. Yep.
So we've got 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, change weight on the 8. And that will fit in with your
Okay.
okay. 2 nodes and 4 in.
Yeah. Do you want to do it the other way round?
Yes.
Yeah, just in case people are following you at home.
Okay. So we've got 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will end up with all the weight on the left foot. I'll do that once more time, one more for you. So it's 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, leaders, just try that. If you're quite happy with that, give us those thumbs up.
Yeah, leaders, if you come and all swap over and any
Yes.
questions, Phil will pick them up now, put his glasses on. Okay, so we don't do anything like that as follower. We will get the lead, we'll go into the lead and how we feel the change of foot. Leader changes feet, we don't, but you will feel something slightly different going on as a follower. The actual steps to start with, if you haven't done a back ocho, is we start the invitation as normal for 1. We step to the side on the 2, and you will feel a rotation by an 1/8 to the left. So you're pivoting on this right foot between the 2 and the 3. Okay, so it'll be 1, 2, and. Okay, so leader changes foot, we don't. We just have a little pivot, only 45 degrees to the left. So it's 1, 2, and. So it's now sending us back on our left foot on the diagonal going backwards, but you follow where the leader puts you. Sometimes it's almost quite linear, sometimes it's quite diagonal down the room. We just go with where the leader puts us. But it will be the left foot going back on the 3 for the first back ocho. So that first section again, the first part of this is 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I'll do it one last go and I'll do the next bit. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to collect and turn. So we collect on the and, if you like, and 4, and 5, and 6. Okay, so we're going to, I think it's 4 back ochos we're going to do. We've taken a couple out, haven't we?
Yes.
Okay, so for followers, it's forward, side, pivot slightly, back on the left, gather in with the right, then turn, back on the right, gather in with the left, then turn, back on the left, gather in with the right, and turn, and I think that's our last one. And then we just collect in 7, 8, change weight. All right, I'll do it all once again. We'll see whether it makes sense, whether you're having a go. This isn't easy to do on your own as a follower. I'm on tiles, and it's not that easy on tiles. But we'll have a go, so we know how to do them. If you're on carpet, I would suggest maybe staying on your toes, so you can pivot a little bit easier. You wouldn't normally. And maybe just doing it very slowly. or just butchering your way around.
Martin Bates says the tiles come in handy for seeing the 45 degrees.
Yes, but at home it might be a bit difficult, so we do appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but when you get to a floor again, a wooden floor, it'll be dead easy, won't it? So it's 1, 2, switch it. You're going to go back on the left, back on the right, back on the left, back on the right, and then if leader sort of dictates it's time to finish, we'll do our 7, 8 on the end. Okay, so it'll be 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8. Do it again. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8. How did it go? Any questions, Phil?
Not so far. You have a look and see what it means. Right. What I can tell you, Shanna said if the leader sort of dictates, there is no sort of. The leader does dictate. He controls all of this. We shall dance it for you together shortly. But leaders, when our partner gets to this stage here, she's come to the side and then she turns an 8. It's up to us to turn her. Okay? We not only have to do our steps 1, 2, and 3. On the 2, we have to turn our partner. So it's a 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So this arm and our chest have to take her and turn her across. Okay? She's going to turn an 8, and we have to lead her into that. Yeah, we have to lead these ochos.
Shall we just go through that, how that fits together? And we'll do it from both angles, I think. Just so you can see, I'm going to do it that way. Just so you can see what the feet are doing, because it is very different. So if you're trying to follow each other exactly with the changes of weight, it doesn't quite work here. So just in terms of how it fits together, you do your invitation together as normal, 1. You both step to the side, 2. Now this is where leader closes his feet. As he closes his feet, he's going to just rotate follower ever so slightly. And we will, wait for it, and we will do that on the and between the 2 and the 3. I know, for some reason he thinks he can lead. How crazy. So it's 1, 2, and. Just the and. Just go to the end. So you can see that with leader has changed foot, but follower hasn't. So it's 1, 2, and 3. We'll do the 3 as well. Okay. Okay, just so you can see. So it's 1, 2, and 3. So what happens, we end up on the same foot as each other. So leader will end up with a side step to the left on the 3. Follower will end with the first step of the back archer on the 3, on the left. So we're both on the left at the end. So we start off on opposite feet, and by number 3, we're on the same foot. Should we just do it that way?
Mm-hmm.
That's the most, if nothing else, that's the most important tip for tonight. How to get into a back archer. So 1, 2, and 3. And followers, you know that it's going to be a back archer because you will feel this rotation taking you backwards. You shouldn't know that they're closing their feet. It should be so fluid, shouldn't it? Yes. So fluid that you just go forward, side, back. But it's leader's job to make it so seamless that we don't know that they're doing a chassis. That's the aim. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so obviously you can do this in quite a little bit of a wider hold, close hold, but you can do it in the tight hold we had on Monday. So you can do it this close. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Now you'll notice the difference between those two. In the close hold, I'm turning my partner with the inside of my right arm. That's where the lead comes from. And the minute I've turned her, then my chest comes into play. So here, the lead comes from my forearm, the inside of my forearm, here. Now as we go across, the bicep here sends her 45 degrees. And this is where I turn. And as I turn, my chest comes into play to lead her on that third step. So it's 1, 2 and 3. Now it's important to get this position correct because now the arm and the chest come into play to take her at 45 degrees each time. We're not doing this, okay? And we're not doing that.
No.
It's this part here and our chest that's going to lead our partner into these hot turns.
Yeah, we'll get these. Should we get the feet in first? Because I'm just aware we haven't all the way through, isn't I? So just so again, you can see how it fits together. Should we do it like this? So you can really see the feet. Hopefully, you'll be able to see both our feet. So do our invitation into the. So there's our first one on the left. Leader collects right to left as follower does the same, and leader rotates follower. Ready to both step on the right. We both collect. We talked about collecting on Monday, didn't we? Rotates follower. We're both back onto the left. We both collect, rotates follower. We're back on the right. And then in this situation, we're just going to finish with a side close, full weight for follower, with a tap for leader. So we get back on the opposite feet again. Okay, let's do that again. All about the collecting between each step. So it's step into the back archos. So it's on the left, collect, right, collect, left, collect, right, exit, out. Do it the way around.
Mm-hmm.
They do call it a skating motion for leaders here. So it's 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8. And you're back to closed position at the end. Okay, should we try again?
Yeah.
Here we go. So it's going to be and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8. We're doing it quite quickly. We're almost doing it at a longer speed. When we dance it to the music in Tango vals, it's quite slow, isn't it? So quite a little bit slower. So it's 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's just double check.
Just let us know how you're getting on with that.
They're okay?
You okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Music?
Music. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. We'll try it a few times. No, but there's so much in this part, isn't there, with the back archos? So I think we have a little bit of a practice, see how it goes, and then maybe just go a little bit of technique to help them along the way. Because if you get back archo, you really feel like you're dancing then, don't you? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's over to you at home. I tell you what, you give me, if you're dancing it, give me a mark out of 10 for how well that felt for you at home. And we'll find out. Because some might just be watching and enjoying the music. So if you're dancing it, let me know, mark out of 10, how much you'd give yourself. Okay, I'll give you a couple of seconds. And then do you want to explain about the parallel shoulders while they come
Yes.
in?
Mhm. Okay, right. Leaders, what we're aiming for in all Argentine tango really is to have our shoulders with our partner parallel. So with these back archos, as I lead my partner towards me, our shoulders are level. Then as I take her at 45 degrees, I turn at the 8 and our shoulders are still level. So now to lead her into our right-sided ocho, I turn her first, then I lead with the chest. Left side, I turn her first, I lead with the chest. I turn her again to the right, and I turn her first before I move, and then I lead with my chest, and we finish opposite each other. Once again, I'm looking over my partner's right shoulder, so we're still slightly offset. So I'll say that once more for you. I lead her towards me, then I do my cross basic, and I turn her as I close. The turn comes here in the arm, right arm. Now I can lead her with my chest. So on the 3, I've led her with my chest. Now I draw and close my right foot in, and as I'm doing that, it's a smooth turn. The turn comes from the arm. Now I can take her with my chest across to the right. And as I close, I turn her again, and now I can lead with my chest. I draw my foot in, I turn her as I close, and I can take her to the right, leading with my chest, and then we close and change weight. Okay?
Okay, they're doing very well at home. Thank you for sending in your numbers.
Okay.
I think they haven't obviously said they're just giving me a number, but one or two said they don't be able to get the footwork together.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we've got the issue of carpet as well, which doesn't make it easy. But from prior, when we've been teaching before, it's about turning the lady before moving.
Yes.
And even though no one's actually said that, I can feel that like a normal class, we would stop and we would do this now.
Yes.
It's turning the lady, it's the collection, and then bring it to the next one. You have to collect it and turn it.
Yes. Ladies, try not to turn yourself.
Yeah.
Don't sort of try and take over. You have to wait. Okay? You're going to be that little bit behind your leader each time. So,
there's a few things with this, with the archers. There's a lot different for leader to follower in this section. So we've got our entry in, 1, 2, and you're going to go the 3. Up to here is normally fine. 3. Now followers, you're going to bring your right foot to your left before you turn. Leaders, don't turn them yet. You're going to both collect your feet. As you're just about to collect, rotate follower, but don't go anywhere. Rotate. Then you both reach. Remember we talked on Monday about the 2 parts to each step. They're completely opposite to each other then. Let's go together. There we go. There. Okay, so we're not on it yet. We're going to find the position and then we go to it. So position. So we've transferred weight. Now we've got the collect. As we're just about to collect, turn that follower. Ready? Don't go yet. Now send it. Send it. Collect. Rotate. Then send. We'll keep doing them. Collect. Rotate. Not yet.
usually.
Hello, me.
Hello.
Okay. So, but in all seriousness, you do need to make sure those legs are going together at the same time. What we see a lot of men is they're so, men always want to do what comes next as soon as possible. So they end up skating down the room like this. And poor old follower is just kind of bowled over backwards.
Followers, try not to be tempted to place the foot without weight on the floor when you're turning, because it'll become a bit stilted and it won't flow properly.
Just show what you mean by that.
Okay, so here, okay, as we go forward, follower, as we go to the side, don't be tempted to do this. And then try and go off again. And then tap, and then come through. It's a flowing movement. So you've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's hard, isn't
5, 6, 7, 8. So it flows. If you put that foot down, the non-standing leg down to touch the floor, then it will jolt it. And it's a very smooth movement, this
Yeah.
is.
Followers, and I will have a go in a minute together and just recap the things we've said. But followers, I always see this in a class. This bit goes lovely, super duper. Then they start doing bow to faux goes. 1, 2, 3, 2. You can't get round. Okay, so carpet, I can understand you doing that on carpet as well. So you've got to really use each other. 1, 2, and stop. Here, it's all the pivot is on my standing leg, which is my left leg. My right one just gets the heel dragged around in a little circle, and then into the step, that little circle, and the step. So you should feel that the legs are moving together, and the body weight is moving together. Instead of, let's do it completely wrong, both of us. You skate too fast, and I'll do bow to faux goes. Okay, instead of see this happen, and you can see the legs are going all over the place like that. So no, that's not Argentine.
This is why I like to dance this in a close hold, because you have more control. It is, you can feel how the fluidity when it's much closer, and if you are close, then you can lead properly with the inside of your arm and with your chest. If we come apart, then my partner doesn't get a proper lead from the chest, and the tendency is to do that.
Yeah, although I can understand at home already that it will be really, this section will be particularly difficult on carpet.
If you're on carpet.
Really difficult. And we feel for you for that. But we still thought it'd be good to know the correct technique. But when you do, and I don't think it'll be far away now, do you? When we do get to go back onto a wooden floor again. So we'll have a little just recap of all those things. So we've got our invitation, we've got the closing and the turning, and then we're going to look for the collection and the legs moving together. So you're going to wait for that rotation. There's another one on the left. So remember to rotate, follow her, but don't move until she's ready, then go. Rotate her, but don't move until she's ready. So you get that body zigzagging down the room together. About parallel shoulders, followers, if you can, and there's a lot to think about, try and keep your shoulders quite parallel to leaders, so your hips should move a little bit more. And then there's, I'll just say one last thing, but we'll have a go first, and then just one last thing about the ocho. Always better with music, quite agree. Yeah, parquet is okay, slippers are a hindrance. It is a gorgeous dance, isn't it? Yeah. Let me know, Stephanie, in a minute if you feel any more connected with this idea. And of course we use the music as well to guide us. So we're looking for us both moving on the first beat of each bar. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, come around the corner. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Andrew Rooney's partner is dancing beautifully.
Oh, right.
Following him fantastically tonight. Okay, so the last thing, just in case you've danced a bit of Argentine tango before, is the word ocho. Back ochos, forward ochos, obviously ocho 8. So I feel when I sort of can relax into it and I know what my feet are doing, that I do actually scribe an 8 on the floor, whether it be forward ones or backward ones. So as we go into, we've got our invitation, we go to the side, we're preparing. So as we go into the first one, that's where it starts. So if I had a little pencil on my right heel, I would feel as though I've got a little circle. I take it back underneath myself. I'm going to scribe with the other circle. So I feel as though I'm making little 8s or infinity sign, however you see it, on the floor. Okay, it's the same if you do forward ochos as well, if you've done those. But I want to feel very circular at the edges. And it's fluid, as Phil said, and it never stops. The ocho. Back ochos, the ones we're doing, can be almost on the spot. They don't have to travel. It depends on the lead, so they can, and they do feel nice on the spot. Okay, forward ones always are a little bit wider, but back ones can stay quite compact, and I quite like them on the spot. Or you can move them down the room a little bit. It's up to you. Anything else you want to add there or not? Worryingly quiet.
The only thing I'd say about them being on the spot, I would only do sort of stationary ochos as if the floor is very packed and there's people right in front of me. And if there were people right in front of me, I possibly wouldn't do them. I would put something else in there to get out the way. Because I like my ochos to move.
But as a follower, you can move, but as a follower, they are physically quite good because you're going backwards.
Yes.
They are quite nice as a follower. So maybe try both.
Yeah, if I was marking time because someone was just in the way or something, then I might just take them.
Or if it was padding between two sets of figures and you wanted just a bit of movement to think, what shall I do next? Then
because what happens if you do them almost stationary, then the 45 degrees doesn't come into play.
No.
Because you've got to take it to the side.
Yeah, almost negligible move forward.
Yeah. Okay. And normally with an ocho, it would travel. But you can take them side to side if need be.
Yeah. Yeah, so the skating action is quite, it's much, when you're more compact, the skating action is harder. Yes, when you talk about doing them on the spot, stationary, that's much easier in a closed hold, because this is a follower talking. Much easier as a follower, the closer the hold. When you start moving it down the room, you do need a little bit of breathing space, because you have to reach backwards away from your centre. So should we try it a couple more times, or shall we put the 1, 2 and 3 together now?
No, that's a good idea.
Should we try that? The 1, 2 and the 3. So we've got our baldosa box, we've got our twinkle, and then we've got our back ochos. Here we go. manage it all. Good. Let me know how it went. Let me know how it went. It's starting to build, isn't it now?
It
The
is,
different
yes.
feelings. And in such a tight space, all of that turn, it's quite hard to read which one you're on. But don't worry. I mean, we just did little chassis until we had too much of a turn to make.
Yes.
So we couldn't actually have any clear direction. So we just sort of marked time until the next phrase came up on us. Good. Gainer Burgess, really good. Loving this. Well done, Anna. Andrea, well done, everybody. Good. Coming in.
Excellent. Very good.
So what do you reckon, 15 minutes? Well, seeing as they've done the baccalaureatos, I mean, the baccalaureatos is the hardest bit, isn't it? Should we have our little rocky steps?
Rebounds, yes.
Yes.
Right, leaders, we're going to do some rebounds. And these can be done in line with your partner and outside. Now, so far, we've done the invitation with a step backwards. So we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to do a 1, 2, 3. Okay? So we're going to step outside partner with our right foot. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and change weight. I'll do that again for you. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, change weight. So you've got all the weight on your left foot again. I'll do it this way. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8.
So this section is more about progression down the room.
Yes.
So you'll notice we haven't done a resolution ending, a side close ending. So we're just taking it a little bit different now. So this would be something you would use to move the dance around the room a little bit more.
So 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so for follow, it's nice and simple. This one is very similar to the feeling of the twinkles, which was section 2. Section 2. So, but we're not doing a full twinkle. We're doing like a little sort of rock step, tapping a rock step, and keeping it moving down the room this time. So a different flavour. Same idea, but a different, very slightly different. So we have our invitation as always. 1, 2. We're going to step down the room for 3, as always, 3, but then you're going to feel as though it isn't going to be taken all the way back. We haven't got the bounce. We're just going to do a replace, like a rock forward, rock back. And the same again. Step and replace. So if I kept doing them down the room, I'll go from the beginning, continuously, which you could do. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. So step and rock, with the rocking on the third beat of the bar. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. So you're using the third beat to do your rock step. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In this situation, we're just going to do the two of them. So 1, 2, step and replace, step and replace, and then we're just going to go back, close, close. But it's moved us a little bit more down the room than the other sections we've done. One more go. Let's follow her. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. You could, of course, do a 7, 8 if you wished.
You'll notice the timing on the 3 and the 5 is the same as the twinkle.
Exactly the same.
As the
It
twinkle.
feels the same as the twinkle, but that's much more compact.
Yeah.
Righty? Should we do it together?
Yes.
You can guess how this one's going to go. I like this one.
leaders, we have to lead this, okay?
As always.
I find this much better in a close hold.
We just do the feet first,
Yes.
So in line, 1, 2, just like the twinkle, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So that is slightly outside partner, but you can do outside partner for 7, 8, 7, 8. If you want to, or you could do your side step. It's up to you.
Or you can bring yourself back in line.
That's what I mean on the side step. 7, 8 you could do as a side. It's up to you. Try it, like, try it.
Because it moves down the room, I would be tempted to do this as this. So I would go 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, and come back in line with partner, rather than actually make it a side step.
So you keep the movement going.
Yes, keep the movement going.
So 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's nice. I like this one. Should we do it in hold?
Yes.
A bit more in hold. And 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's quite nice.
You followed very well then, my dear.
I prefer this one. You know, before I was doing the twinkles, and I kept saying, I keep thinking it's the other one. It's because I like this one. And I want to do this one. Okay, should we do it with the music?
Yes.
The scores are going up now. The score. Oh, Neil's jumped from a 4 to a 7.5.
Very good, Neil.
Excellent. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay, Stephanie can do the last bit. Well, you know, what you do is you choose the bits you like.
Yeah, and all 4 of those sections you can mix
and match them all up.
in any way you
That's
like.
it, that's the idea.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. So, it's the big moment. Dun dun dun. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. What was part 1? Shout out at home. The bulldozer box. Part 2 was the bouncy twinkles. You need to bounce them now, otherwise you'll think it's the last section. Section 3, back archos. Section 4, little, well, you call them rebounds, don't you? Little rock steps, I call them. So all 4 sections. Let's do them in that order so we can both think, both practice, not worry about leading too much at home yet. Just get the steps in. Should we give it a go?
Mm-hmm. I'll come round and start.
Section 1. Section 2, bounce this so they can read it. 3, back arch shows. Section 4, little rock steps. Back to section 1. Section 2. Section 3. Section 4. Keep it going.
Well done.
Hey! Hey!
Right.
Right. On quiet. I'm thinking of dancing. Yay!
As we said on Monday night, we've just touched the tip of the
Oh,
iceberg.
no.
Really, there is so much else you can do with it. But if the chance comes along where you can have a go, then don't be frightened to mark time.
No.
That retrocesso, as we said on Monday night, so that little bit at the beginning, okay? Just getting your partner in line with you. If you come in between the sections, okay, and you're a bit tight for space or something, then just do that mark time. Just mark the time, and when you're ready to go, off you go.
Yeah, yeah. Fabulous little dance this.
And likewise, if you're just thinking
Yeah,
leaders,
okay.
if you're not quite there, thinking it, don't be frightened of walking.
Yeah.
The camerando, just walk, keep walking around the room until you're ready, and then make your mark.
And nobody ever watches and judges this kind of any dance,
No.
to be honest. But this dance, this is all about you two having this private conversation, this enjoyable dance together, this moment together.
There's no right and wrong.
No, very,
It's
relaxed.
one of those dances that, you know, it is totally different to anything else. It's possibly one of the more difficult dances to come to terms with. But once you can just get the feel for it between the two of you, it is a beautiful dance, and it is all about you two on the floor. It's not about anybody else on the floor. And leader, it's one of those dances where it is all down to you. It is. Argentine tango is all about
Yeah,
that.
it is. Yeah, it is.
It really is. So Strictly's coming along later on this month, isn't it?
It is.
So eventually they will do some Argentine tango.
Or will they?
Or will they? Yes. But if they do, watch very carefully. Watch.
Yeah.
If the man is really leading, that's one thing about Argentine tango, is he leading? And number two is the following.
Yeah. Well, what I normally do on Facebook, but it's normally my Facebook, I normally do a little review, don't I, after each Saturday night. So each Saturday night, normally watch on a Saturday, I normally do a little review of what I think about everything. Can't help myself. But I might put it on, we might do it live, not live, but we might do it to you guys. And we can all have a little discussion each week about what we thought. So it'd be like choreography corner, conservatory style.
And quite
Conservatory.
permissible, yes, and quite
Choreography
permissible
corner.
in Argentine tango, whether it be tango vals, milonga, salon tango, is that the follower can what they call hijack the lead.
Is this to do with my choreography corner? Or have you just gone off on one of
I
your...
went off on one of my tangos.
Does this all the
She
time?
can,
I keep thinking, what's she talking about
she can
now?
hijack the lead. So,
Yeah.
you know, if I open out and give her the opportunity to
Yeah.
do
This
something,
isn't to do with Strictly now.
then she can, well, you might see it on, she can hijack the lead, which she likes to do.
Yes, I do. A little bit. Or have a conversation within it.
Yeah.
But no, about Strictly.
Oh, right.
Say that we're going to have... I know you weren't listening to me. We have each week we can have a little discussion. We'll say what we thought, you respond with what you thought, and we'll have a little post-mortem each Monday night maybe about what we thought about the weekend's activities.
It's usually more about the judging than anything.
And all sorts, dresses, the way they danced, all sorts of things.
As you can imagine, I'm not into the dresses.
But this year, I think it's only 9 weeks, so I don't know what they're going to drop.
Only 9 weeks?
Yeah, presumably, I don't know yet, but they're probably going to drop something for everybody, unless they all have, you know, I don't know what they're going to do. But it's only 9 weeks, as far as I'm aware, this time.
It's normally 14, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know how many are in it either. But we normally do a Strictly sweep each year. Obviously, it's normally for our local people, but because we're not seeing anybody, not yet anyway, and we have to start it as the couples are announced, we might do an online one. So if you want to go in our Strictly sweep, it's a whole £1. Okay, I can't do it on PayPal because they take a chunk of my money, so we'll have to do it some other way. But if anybody wants to go in our Strictly sweep, we draw it at random once all the couples, and we let you know once the couples have been put together, we do it then. So we draw it for random, so you can't say who you want. But if you want to join us, and it keeps us going all the way through then, we'll see who's left in. You get a prize at the end if you win. Anything else?
No, I think that's right.
AJ's not in it.
Oh, is he?
No, he's out.
Has he?
Well, I think they.
Posted him out, haven't they?
Yeah, we left, didn't we? And I think then he wanted to come back because it was lockdown. I think he's gone again now. So AJ's not in it anymore. But we shall sit, and we've got an all-lady couple as well. So there's lots to talk about this year, isn't there? So there we go. So we'll have a little Strictly get-together each week as well.
Okay. So
next week, cha-cha-cha. So you need to join the group. So if you haven't joined it yet, on Facebook, join it on Facebook. If you don't know what I'm talking about, drop me a message because it's a paid one. So it's just like this as normal, but through private group only. And it's the new IDTA winner. Okay, Perdita. Cha-cha-cha Perdita. I think that's it.
Okay. Anything else? Zoomers, we shall be with you on Friday. Okay. 6:45 Friday evening. And Saturday night we shall be back with our dance night.
Get together on Saturday.
Yes. So we'll do some tango vals.
We'll do all sorts.
Saturday night, and then Monday we shall be back with
cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha. And Sunday we've got a little swingwood day, haven't we?
Yeah.
Swing Sunday for us. Yeah. A few of us just getting together to dance some swing and Lindy and things.
So we've got a busy, dancey week ahead.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Better go, haven't we?
They say it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Soon be morning. Yes. Right. So stay well, stay healthy. Zoomers will see you Friday. Hopefully the rest of you, we will see you Saturday night for the dance. And other than that, it's from us to you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Keep dancing the tango.